Okay, hi, Paul Sackett's Good News Broadcast, speaking to Eleanor Blayney. Hi, Eleanor, how are you?
Hi, Paul. I'm great. How are you?
Okay, good. Author of Women's Worth and consumer advocate for the Certified Financial Planners Board, and they also have a website, cfp.net, right?
That's correct.
It's all good, okay. Well, who tell us about the organization, Certified Financial Planners Board, and it seems here, I see the number 60,000 professionals?
There are indeed. There are 60,000 CFP professionals. There are many, many people who hold themselves out to be financial advisors, but 60,000 of us have passed the requirements for certification, and that's what the board does, is that they certify professionals based on their passing an examination, their experience, their commitment to an ethical code, and commitment to ongoing education. So we really have, we like to think of it as the gold standard of financial planning. And what's probably most important is that CFPs, as I mentioned, abide by an ethical code and commit to practice as a fiduciary, which means we put our clients' interests first, ahead of our own, ahead of any company affiliation. We are there for the client. And should we have any conflicts of interest, these must be disclosed up front.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's all good. Sounds great.
That's who we are.
Excellent. And gold is good. Gold is a good thing. You know, gold, the gold standard, or gold, having gold, is one of those tried and true, it's proven, right? That you know, it's not so easy to get.
No, it's not easy, but it's worth working for, and I believe that the CFPs who have qualified, they really do enjoy their profession. It's a great.
Now, one of the things that they get to work with, and this is of interest, so actually the title of what we're going to talk about is For Love or Money.
That's right.
Romance is complicated. Your finances don't need to be. Learn why so many couples fight about money and why a financial planner may be a better choice than a couples counselor. Now, I had heard, I'll just mention that like in relationships, it was like sex and money. Was number two, or I don't know which is first, or what is first, or if neither of them. But I think it's quite an important issue in a relationship.
Well, right up there with sex and money are the in-laws as well. So.
Oh, okay. Are the outlaws.
And hopefully you're dealing with money more than you're dealing with the in-laws. So we have, more occasion to argue about the money side.
Oh, there's kids. There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things.
Definitely. Well, let's stick with just the money, I guess, at this point. But money is what is it about money that becomes complicated, I guess, in a marriage? Let's start off with that.
Well, money can be so symbolic of, certain very basic needs and wants and expectations. And so often couples, they're arguing about money, but what they're really arguing about is, is there enough love in the relationship? Is there enough security or power? But, they seem to be talking about money, but they're actually talking about very different things.
Okay. So now, if they're talking about different things, but they're actually talking to each other, that can make life pretty confusing.
Well, it can, and this is where, the talking in the first place is so important. And sharing with your partner, what kind of financial home did you grow up in? What are the various roles around money that were played by your parents? And was money a good thing? Was it something that was very, very scarce, or was it something that was there was ample resources, and what should money be used for? I think what couples need to do, and they can do this with the help of a financial advisor, this is where we work well, is defining the goals for your shared life together. What do you want that life to look like? How many children? That doesn't seem like a financial question, but I assure you there's a big dollar sign attached to that decision as to the number of kids you're going to have. Where are you going to live? When are you going to retire? So first of all, define that future together, and then an advisor can come in, recognize the emotions, where you're coming from, but really steer you towards a more objective course in figuring out how to use what you've got and maybe what you don't have and what you need to get to where you want to be as a couple in the future.
Eleanor, I'm feeling better already.
Oh, good.
I'll tell you that up front. Just thinking about this actually has a calming effect, a stressless effect, because in essence, it is, as you mentioned initially, it's of concern, and to have some thoughts about where and why you have those aspects of money might be the answer, because it's like, that's true. Some parents are savers. I'm a saver type.
Yes.
But my mother was more of a saver. My father was more of a spender. Okay?
Yes.
And but I ended up as a saver.
Okay. Good.
And so if I'm a saver and my wife wants to go out to dinner 3 nights a week, then there's a conflict, you could say, right?
There could be a conflict, absolutely. Sometimes a little separateness works in a relationship, where she can sort of spend money the way she wants to, and you can work with another account and save or invest or count the pennies the way you want to. But certainly you want to bring your assets together, generally speaking, when you're trying to meet shared goals.
And doesn't the government also, marriage goals in the sense of deductions for marital couples?
Well, certainly, yes, and many state laws do not recognize relationships or partnerships that are not between a couple who is married, and therefore that impacts the benefits, your beneficiary designations, can affect all sorts of things like who can make financial or even medical decisions for you. So you certainly need to understand what are the benefits of marriage in terms of financial planning, and there's certainly some very significant ones when it comes to estate planning.
So now estate planning is a very big thing. If you don't plan for the estate situation, you're going to be in hot water.
Well,
that.
I think you may not be in the hot water, but certainly your beneficiaries and your survivors may be. And, nobody wants to leave behind another occasion for a big fight. So, again, the key is making your wishes known and doing something about it. Nobody wants to talk about those issues if someone dies, and if you die first or I die first. But go ahead and have the conversation, and I assure you that once the conversation's been had and you've identified the people who can help you, you will feel so much better, and you will have given a big gift to your children or your family or whoever it is that will benefit from what you leave behind.
I agree with that. And I'm living it, and the Good News broadcast wouldn't be here without it.
Well, that's absolutely.
I'm telling you right now.
Absolutely.
Very clear.
Very clear.
Just because there was some thought prior to.
Right.
And there was openness for it.
Right.
So it's a good thing to be open for it, everybody. I guess we can also see you in a video series featuring you on the CFP Board Consumer Advocates on your website, right?
Yes, it's on the website. I have a series of videos that we created to help consumers address the new financial realities, the job loss and whether you buy or rent. But we really have to change some of our thinking about the basic financial strategies that we use.
Is it expensive? The people, last question, because you probably have to go off to some more interviews. Is it expensive to get a financial planner? I usually think that when you get somebody that knows what they're doing, they save you money.
And I think you're right. There's a benefit to expertise, and absolutely. Many people think, I can't afford a planner, but I'm really here to tell you that there are planners for every type of individual. And you need to look. You need to do your homework. And I want to send your viewers to www.cfp.net, where they can find a planner, but better still, as well, they can get a list of questions to ask. And I guess we've run out of time.
I thought so. Okay.
The good news is there's help out there for you. www.cfp.net.
Okay, great job. Thanks, Eleanor. Nice speaking with you.